Okay, hello everybody. It's Kat, and I would like to welcome you to my extremely messy craft table. There's junk everywhere, but I just wanted to make a quick video because I have learned some rather valuable lessons in the couple of weeks that I've been working with this stuff. First off, do not use these cups. Do not use these. Ever. I work in small amounts, so I figured they were perfect size, but what you will notice is this. I don't know if that's in frame or not. Daryl, you want to help me out? Am I in frame?
Yes.
This is what will happen if you use these flimsy little plastic cups. These are covered in hair and they're stuck together. Ooh, look at that. Yep. That one's eating through as well. It's a big mess and a big waste, so don't do that. Also, what has never worked for me is for when you get bubbles. I didn't care too much about this. It's like extra leftover resin, so I just decided to make whatever. I don't know if you can tell. Can you see the, like, right here, there's black stuff. Can you tell? Can you tell? Do you see the black stuff in the camera?
Mm-hmm.
This will catch fire. Well, when it's liquid, it's jelly right now, but when it's liquid, it catches fire. Also, bear in mind, you always want to wear gloves. It gets everywhere. No matter how hard you try, it gets everywhere. See? This isn't from, it drips everywhere. Makes a mess. I just got it on my finger. It's not very good for your body. I've been using this as my dumping cup, where I just kind of let it sit upside down. And invest in one of these babies. You want to pan over. Can you do this? You got this. Aha! Hello! Invest in one of these. This stuff stinks. This is the resin. This stuff is the catalyzer. This stuff stinks. You don't want this on your hands either, so wear gloves. I got Cast and Craft, which is not a two-part resin. It is not easy to work with. If you are not, and I cannot urge this enough, if you are not experienced with resin, like I am not, buy a two-part resin. Well, they're all two-part. Silly me. Equal parts. Like, what is it? Easy Cast? Is that the one? Easy Cast is a good one. I've never used it. I haven't had the luxury yet, unfortunately. No, it's Easy Cast. It's not Cast Easy. Anyway, Easy Cast. Not any of this little mumble jumble. Is this in frame? My cameraman keeps leaving. My camera is crooked. There we go. Is this in frame? Can you read this?
Read what?
The chart?
Yes.
This makes no sense. This I did not understand unless I'm a complete idiot. The layer of thickness. Okay, so single layer casting. For the layer of thickness, and the ratio of drops of catalyst per ounce of resin is for every 1/8 of an inch, you do 15 drops of resin. So, how many ounces is an 1/8 of an inch? I don't know. Do you know? It's irrelevant. Because this could be a big square like this, an 1/8 of an inch thick. That's more than 1 ounce of resin, which is more than 15 drops. I don't know how many ounces it is. Don't ask me. But yeah. Anyway, I guess I'll show you what I'm working on right now. I'm hoping not to fail with this. It looks like I might. I'm kind of worried. This is a little piece I'm working on. It's so cute and it's so sparkly, and the sparkle goes all the way through the back. Remove the camera. Each of these little clouds are resin clouds. The sun is resin, and then these are all little stickers, and I painted on the little lines, and yeah. So that's that. I suppose I can show other pieces I've made. You want to run and get my box on the table?
Yeah. Box. It's not on the table, you lied.
Not that one. The flowery one that's got my resin pieces in it.
The one Grandma gave you.
The one Grandma gave me.
Here's your box.
My box. This is the box. It's got a mirror of resin junk. And polymer clay molds. These are, I'll talk about those in a minute. Okay, that's unimportant. So all of this thus far, I looked at the middle expecting the lens to be in the middle. I wish I had my camera. Anyway, these thus far are practice pieces. Little things that I've learned, little tips and tricks and whoosy whatsies. If y'all are curious. These two were done with eyeshadows as well. Different ones. We have sparkly green. And this was made with a loose powder. But this was a pressed powder. This was a very light blue, but it came out to be like an opalescent white. Still very pretty. I like those two are my favorites. This one was done with, this was made with pastel chalks. Chalk pastels? Chalk pastels. I think that's the word. And it's a really nice color. Turned out really good, except for the little particles floating around in there. Can you see them? Yeah. This one, which is fabulous because I think it's really funny because some people use just straight acrylic paints and sometimes it comes out streaky, and other people prefer not to use acrylic paints because of that reason. But if you take a little tiny bit of acrylic paint, and the trick is you have to add the alcohol to the paint to make alcohol inks, and you get this runny consistency. It mixes beautifully with the resin, and one of these days I'll make a video of me working with resin and you'll see me do it. But look how opaque that is. It's beautiful. Now I know it's not 100% opaque, which is okay. Now the extremely completely failed test was, I don't know what possessed me to try this. I just thought, you know, it's a dye, it's cool, it'll work. This is the monstrosity. Look at this. I threw it on a Lysol wipe because I ended up not caring. It's still kind of bendy. It took like 3 or 4 days to fully cure, despite being mixed exactly the same as all the others. So this was my failed attempt. You can see the texture is really bad. It was extremely sticky. I just stuck it on some Lysol wipe and kind of forgot about it. This was before I tried the alcohol ink idea, and honestly the paints turned out the best, just hands down. This was just straight eyeshadows into resin, and as you can see, there's particles. I have a little metal ring finding in there. You can see little heart and flower sequin things and just different types of glitters. I have little glass beads in there. So I've seen tiles on YouTube and I thought they were cool, and I was like, wow, I want to make tiles. And the great thing about tiles is my fiance had an incident where, because he has some kids from a previous marriage, and he had pictures of them, and something spilled on them and they all got stuck together and ruined except for 2. And so I told him that I was going to cast them in resin so that they wouldn't get ruined, and it's a great way to encapsulate something so that it lasts forever. What'd you say?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
Preserve.
Preserve. Okay. We were on the same track. Anyway, this was my practice with different materials. Can you see it well? Is the fact that it's clear making it hard to see? Okay. Huh?
Back up. There you go.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't in the picture.
There's little hearts and flowers. I have a little star in here. I put some flakies in here, or cellophane glitter, as they call it. I don't friggin' know. I put a cameo piece in here. It was a button, but as you can see through the back, I clipped that off. There's a little pearl, little metal bead findings. These 2, actually, they look like rocks, but they're, what is it, Eel River rocks, and they're chocolate. From, up from, Humboldt. That's the word, Humboldt. And they poke out a little bit. You can kind of see, can you tell from the side? They poke out a little bit because I didn't put enough resin, and the shell does too. But that's okay. It was just a practice sheet, so whatever. A little tiny sand dollar and a rock, a dyed shell, some stickers, and little sequin pieces. These didn't float around too bad. I waited for the resin to gel, really, before, oh. Can you see what's going on with the sequin, the star sequin, how it looks? Do you see it? The weird pattern on it?
Yeah.
Can you see it on camera?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. I just now noticed that. That's really strange. Okay. But yeah, there's just like little glass beads and little things in here. And I have yet to dome this and the other piece. I want to dome them just to practice doming. I don't know if it's too late, if it won't stick. But I think it might, because there's some bubbles on the top that popped. You can see the little bubbles all over. There's little particles from eyeshadow because I just used the same stuff. There's a cat hair in the front of this one. And actually this, because you can see the rough edges, I was going around it with my finger and I cut my thumb. Pretty deep, so be really careful when handling this stuff when it has rough edges. Is that it? Is that all I have for now? Do I have anything else that I need to address? No, not really. Okay, well, thank you for watching. This is like the closest video that I've posted after another video, because I posted one a couple days ago. Oh, and it finally went up yesterday morning. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and you can check out my Instagram, and I think Twitter's up and running as that new girl. Yes, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr. I said Instagram. What else is there? That's it. That new girl. Thank you. I approve this message.